And we are very pleased to welcome in six-time major winner Sir Nick Faldo to HQ, who will be there this weekend for CBS. Nick, there are a lot of storylines heading into this weekend, including, of course, Jordan Spieth, the career Grand Slam attempt. We'll get to that in a second. But one of the biggest storylines has to be the course itself. This is another Pete Dye masterpiece. He said at the unveiling, I want to punish these pros if they don't hit the proper shots. What are the golfers in store for this week?
Yeah, I just go back in time. I was there in '91 when it first opened for that Ryder Cup, and it was brutal. I mean, the best way I could describe it, you could be 30 feet from the hole, and obviously in a rough line, you've had 2 or 3 whacks at it, and it's in your pocket. You didn't finish the hole. It was brutal. Fortunately, things have got easier. They've beautified it, but it's still extremely difficult. And it looks like you're going straight to the weather. The fact it's going to be really nice, sunny, breezy, low 80s. That's really important to that golf course. If they've got a breeze up and firm conditions, that makes it even more difficult. To quickly describe the course, you play on the prevailing wind. The first 3 holes you'll play kind of into you, left to right wind, which is a tough wind. Then you'll play an awful lot of downwind when you turn and go all the way to the other end of the golf course. So obviously that brings in going long as part of the trouble on many holes. And then you turn and come back and face from the 13th on into left to right wind, which is the professional worst wind possible. That's why Pete designs a golf course like that. He knows how to test them, and it's pretty narrow and extremely demanding if you venture off the beaten track. So it can be a brute. And so hopefully we do get, we're going to get some lovely weather. We get the sea breeze and just enough to make it really challenging. So, that will eliminate quite a few players who will really struggle to, cope with the golf course.
Nick, Rory run here back in 2012, the PGA Championship. We've seen a turnaround from him over the past several weeks. He missed the cut at the Players, the Masters, then won Wells Fargo. But that was his first win in about 18 months. So what version of Rory do you think we'll get?
Well, that's very important to get a win. But, it's been a while. It's been a long while since Rory has won a major. This is obviously another, that sows some bad seeds in your mind. You've got to get through that. Time whizzes by. I'm amazed it's 2012 from that last Kiawah, PGA victory. And when he had the hairdo back in those days. So, and there's a good example of sunny, breezy weather. So bottom line, he's got a lot more confidence in his game. Can he find the motivation? I would have thought yes. He knows how important it is. Maybe it is the turnaround to get back to winning majors, which will be pretty amazing. So definitely a serious. He's always a serious contender every week, but a long, hard week, long haul to get to that 72nd green by the end of the week.
Well, speaking of turnarounds, I know you've spoken about him recently. You've watched him. Nobody maybe has had a bigger turnaround this season than Jordan Spieth after not winning since 2017. 3 straight top 10 finishes, a win at the Valero. He's fun to watch. And we all know the PGA Championship is what he needs to complete that career Grand Slam. What chances are you giving him heading into the weekend?
Well, way better than in past. Before it was like, where is Jordan Spieth? Where is his game? So we've now seen his game is good enough. He started contending, and of course he then wins. So that again gets you across the line on that one. And Kiawah, I did say at the Masters, I said, wow, if I was Jordan, I'd get to there as quick as possible. He has to be if it becomes a scrambling fest. As I was describing, you're going to hit an awful lot of good shots that will still miss greens. And he is one of the finest scramblers, got great imagination, great touch. And, if you can turn any of the fear factor of trying to win a major into, determination, we could see something really monumental to do there. He joins this group. It's pretty darn impressive, just these 5 guys. And it will be quite something for somebody to do this in our modern era.
My heart is already racing just thinking about it. We love Jordan. We love him. So we're going to be watching him. We're also going to be watching Dustin Johnson, world #1. He wins the Masters. It was emotional back in November. But since then, you know, we've seen off and on golf from him the past couple months. He pulled out of the Byron Nelson this past week, dealing with discomfort in his knee. He says, look, this happens from time to time. But this South Carolina, this is home for him. What are your expectations for DJ?
Yeah, in a home-ish kind of playing a golf course that, you know, is going to, as I keep describing, very demanding. He has that power to play within himself. And that's his style of golf. He's not into the thrashing it. He can hit it, of course, a long way, but priority understands you've got to get it in the fairway, got to hit it in the right places. And I'm sure he's done his homework. And obviously, you know, being a South Carolina man, maybe got that little bit of extra oomph in him to try and become the champion.
The reigning champ of the PGA Championship, Collin Morikawa, he won back in August. It was the first major back after the complete shutdown there at TPC Harding Park. But since then, he's kind of been flying under the radar. He won the GBC Workday back in February. He's ranked 6th in the world, but we're not talking a lot about him. So what do you think we need to know about Collin heading into this week?
Yeah, it's just been a little off. It's amazing how this game, you know, something happens, just the odd shot here and there. He's battling with the putter a little bit, you know, trying all sorts of different grips and styles, that sort of thing. You know, you just go off edge just enough to then damage your trust and your belief in yourself. But, you know, but going to defend on this style of golf course, well, this was that famous tee shot he hit at 16. Beautiful cut driver, just fed it round the tree and just got it to sneak up to 8 feet. So, hey, he's a positional player, and this is a positional golf course. And when you're defending, you always find a way to, you know, give it a little bit more. So I would predict he should be lurking.
Nick, you're on these calls. You have won 6 majors yourself. You see these golfers. You know everything about them. Is there anybody else that you're sort of keeping an eye on ahead of the PGA Championship?
Yeah, a couple of youngsters, of course. You know, Victor Hovland is playing amazingly consistent. He's only 2nd year out there, and he's like an ATM right now. He's finishing 5th and 3rd, and he's just ching all the time. So, you know, as the summer goes on, he's got to work on his short game. We all know that has a few little weaknesses, but if it gets firm, you can keep it on the ground and just play bumper runs and that sort of thing. And the other one, you know, who I did pick back at Riviera, prior to Riviera, was a 101 shot, and that was Sam Burns. And he had a great week that week, ran, you know, finished 3rd, was right there all week, and of course was a winner 3 weeks back and 2nd yesterday. So a very strong, great ball striker, and I think he has that strength and ability, you know, to throttle things down. He looked like he was thrashing a few yesterday. Obviously, it was a wide open golf course. So, hey, rein that in, and he has got all departments of his game working really well. So, yeah, watch out for him this week.
Just 23 and 24 years old, those two. Such talent. All right, Nick, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your trip to South Carolina. Have fun this weekend. It's going to be a blast. Thanks again.
All right, cheers. Thank you all.
And you can hear more from Nick and all of our friends on the PGA Championship Saturday and Sunday. You can watch it live there on CBS and also Paramount Plus.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.